I'm the president of Wisconsin Chinese Chamber of Commerce. My name is Chris Gan. Wisconsin Chinese Chamber of Commerce was established in year 2017. So we have grown a lot, and eventually last year we did have a digital marketing grant. We do have a diverse business assistant grant from government Evers, $1.5 million, and we focus on digital marketing, education, business education webinars, and certain kinds of events that we will try to promote the state of Wisconsin. And this is one of the events that we had. And besides me, we have also Ziming, who's the IT manager and also in charge of the webinar. And he's also our treasurer. Ziming, do you want to say something? Go ahead. Ziming?
What did you say, sir?
Yeah, Ziming, your turn. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I was distracted. What did you say, Chris?
I just say that you can introduce a little bit more about yourself as the IT manager and the treasurer.
I'm here to help.
Of the
Get
BCCC.
to know Siri at apple.com.
Okay, we can go straight to Denisse. I will say Denisse have experience of 18 years and done BMO since year 2009, who is a branch manager, business bankers. It's almost like a corporate bankers, and most of her loans were $10 million and above for banking relationship for corporate banking. So it's a very rare experience. But in December 2020, she joined the Zero Barriers to Business program at the Wisconsin presence. The small business actually create credit purposes for breaking the barriers, giving businesses to minority business, because the minorities and the underserved community, even the women, is that they have very difficulty to access the working capital, education resources, and professional partnership to do this. I believe that Denisse is a Latina and he's very, very proud of her heritage, and he actually served the local community. So she is definitely a trusted advisor to all the customers. And Denisse is on the time is all yours. Go ahead, Denisse.
Chris, thank you for the Chinese Chamber for inviting me to speak on behalf of BMO, the suite of products that we have for our minorities. I'd like to focus today to talk about our Zero Barriers to Business programming. BMO has been around since 1837, teaching business science. And of course, with conventional lending, we've always done that as a business banker. I work a lot within the Wisconsin community and locally in Milwaukee. I would say about half of the clients that I work with on a daily basis were minority customers. I was fortunate enough that during this time, BMO launched the Zero Barriers to Business program. I was an ambassador when the program first launched out. And because we are growing, especially with this new acquisition of Bank of the West that we did this year, this program will be growing now from 8 states to pretty much 32 states. So I have joined the team, and now I'm here. I'm working locally just to bring awareness about the program as a whole. I don't know what slide you're on, but if you can go to slide number 4, which is the one about BMO.
Slide number 4, to me.
Yep, slide number 4. This slide kind of just shows how BMO is growing. The blue dot is the number of branches and where we were locally at. And now we're expanding with the acquisition of Bank of the West. So again, we will be serving over 1,000 branches now. If you look, over 200 million in assets, a number of employees, about 22,000, and over 4 million customers. So if you go to the next slide, which is slide number 5. Originally, what the program was it was an Our Power 1.0. It was a $5 billion 5-year commitment that BMO had made for, which started as a program to help Black and Brown communities. It now has expanded into the women in business and Native American. We're currently in the process of adding the Asian community as well as the LGBTQ and the veterans. Within 2 years of the program launch, which was in 2020, we pretty much deployed the majority of that $5 billion commitment. And because of the new expansion, BMO has now committed an additional $40 billion to continue this work for the next 5 years. This slide kind of just shows how it's broken down 7.5 billion of that is to help aid in low to moderate communities for first-time home buyers. 15.5 billion of that is for community development loans. 2 billion of that is for assets and resources that will continue to help women and minority-owned owners, business owners. 16.5 billion of that is for small business lending, and then 135 for philanthropy. I'm going to focus today mostly talking about small business lending because that's the segment that I run here in Wisconsin. If you can move on to page number 7 of the slide, please. So this slide just provides really important information. We did a lot of homework during 2020 just to understand what percent of businesses are minority businesses, and we're looking at minority businesses throughout all of the U.S. 8 million of 27.6 million are small business. This is also the rate. It's growing at a much faster rate than non-minority. They're growing at 11% versus 1% of white-owned businesses. These are also the segment that is saying that they just feel that they don't have that same access to capital, access to education, and resources versus non-minority. So we identified the need, and with that, we developed the program. So you can go to the next page, which is slide 8. Every vertical that we add has its own pretty much landing page on BMO. When we launch the access to capital piece to the Asian population, it will also have its own landing page. Now, if you go to slide 9, this talks about what are the pillars within the program. There's access to capital at a max of 50,000.
Yep.
Access to capital at a max of 50,000. This could be via a line of credit or credit card. For a business to qualify for the line of credit, they do have to be in business 2 years. Before the credit card, it could be any entrepreneur who pretty much has even just established a business. They haven't even opened their doors yet.
Page 9 to me. Page 9 to me.
Sorry?
No, I'm asking them to 9. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Okay. Program is access to education. We have a lot of free tools and templates that we have created, such as like a business plan, projections, and coaching, and different tools that customer or person thinking about becoming a customer, or any person who just wants to visit our site can go to and have access to for free. We've also done a lot of training at our actual BMO branches to ensure that our BMO staff can have holistic conversation with business entrepreneurs when they're coming in speaking about the services that BMO offers them. The other program is access to partnerships. We continue to create strategic partners within our footprint, where if a customer is not approved for access to capital with us, we would like to send them to another potential partners locally, where their business is ran and operated, so that they could potentially get that access to capital that they need today with maybe another organization that has more lax credit criteria and underwriting guidelines. We also work with these partners to do networking events and additional coaching and provide additional resources, because BMO might not be that one size fits all. So we continue to create more partnerships because we want to be strategic and provide resources within all the footprint and the communities that we are serving. If you move to the next slide, which is slide 10, this is our pipeline drivers. Since the launch of the program in 2020, we have launched our Women in Business Grant Program, and this is open to any woman in business within any of the 50 states. They can submit pretty much like how the grant would help their business, and then we have third party who make the decision. Thus far, we have done this twice, where we selected 8 women each round to receive $10,000 grant from BMO. We also launched our Coach in the Corner in 2021. This is open to all 50 states. It's right on our BMO.com page, where any business entrepreneur or person thinking about becoming a business entrepreneur can go on there and ask for a 30-minute one-on-one session. And what we do is we strategically partner them with someone to answer the questions. I've seen things about like just making products, how to get started with like an LLC versus a corporation. And then I've also seen questions where people are asking about different lending opportunities. Again, we will partner that person, depending on their question, with the strategic partner to be able to help them with the 30-minute coaching session, specifically to the topic that they're asking about. We also launched this year our Meeting in a Box, which is ready-to-go materials right at the tips of branch managers, where they can bring together business owners at their branches and deliver different financial literacy education content. We also launched this year our business literacy workshop webinar series. This is like a lunch and learn virtual session that any entrepreneur within the 50 states can join. It's a 30-minute session virtually done, where they can come in and learn on different topics like about our Zero Barriers to Business program, demystifying the lending process, which goes and deep dives into the 5 C's that banking look at, like character, credit, in order to get lending approved. We also have, as part of that webinar series, deep diving into the differences between personal and business credit. Where do they report? How do you start building credit? And what are those ranges? So all that is shared within that financial literacy conversation. We also will be adding some additional like cyber protection. We're working with a different organization to be able to provide those. So we will continue to enhance those literacy workshops, depending on what business entrepreneurs continue to tell us that they want to learn more about. We also have our Bank at Work program. And what that is it's a suite of products that we will, kind of specifically tailored to business entrepreneurs that they can provide their employees. We have done the research and we know that employees are just more productive at work or they're not worried about their finances. So we will provide those services to business entrepreneurs and we'll tailor different financial literacy education depending on what benefits and what they feel their employees need. And to take advantage of that, you do not have to be a business or have a business relationship with BMO. This is open to anyone who would like to take advantage. And it is a free service. The next slide, if you can go to the slide that says Zero Barriers to Business Program Performance. This is how we've been doing since the launch of the program. We're not quite 3 years yet because we launched it in 2020, but we have deployed over 3,000 approvals for access to capital, 77 million in authorizations, over 680 hours, educational webinars, and educational content with the different organizations that we have partnered with. Our average line of credit amount is 41,500. Our average credit card, 8,200. The pull-through ratio is 43%.
What do you mean by
The next just talks about kind of some highlights about the program. So we went from the business program in 2021. There was over 700 different programs that went into potentially winning this award, and BMO was fortunate enough to win with this specific program. We also do sponsorships in Wisconsin. I'll give an example. We do Summerfest sponsorships where entrepreneurs can come in and actually sell and share their product at the marketplace. We've also done sponsorships. We've done some for like Black women, where we did 18 different Black women were able to showcase their business at the annual Women Expo. So we're always looking to sponsor and provide opportunities for entrepreneurs to sell their product and increase their annual revenues. When a lot of entrepreneurs come into this program, a lot of times this is their first access to capital. Our goal is to graduate these entrepreneurs to conventional lending so that they can qualify for more as their business continues to grow. Since the inception of the program, we have had over 34 businesses that have graduated from our small 50,000 amount to over 5.8 million in additional authorizations for them. Okay, if you can go to the next slide. This is how we partner with different organizations. We do, again, like I had mentioned, we do webinars. whether that's in person or virtual. We do referral program where, if a client is not approved by us, we will send them to strategic partners locally that might be able to get them that access to capital. We also do a lot of co-branding and marketing materials, hosting maker hours at the organization, joint networking and educational events, and always looking to increase overall awareness of whether that's through the organization's communication platform, whether that's through a newsletter, electronic notification website, and other things like that. So it just depends on how the organization communicates with their members. And then if you go to the last page just kind of shows additional resources if anyone wanted to find out more about the program itself. I would like to open it up now. We have, I believe, about 30 minutes left on the webinar so that I can answer any questions that anyone else has.
There's one question over here. What do you mean by pull-through ratio of 43% in your zero barrier to business program performance? I believe that was on the page number 11.
There's clients that are coming in to apply for this access to capital. 43% of the clients are being.
And what is, for the clients that got 43% being approved, what is the average loan being approved? Is it 41,500 as a slide chart?
40. Please keep in mind that the max under the Zero Barriers to Business program is 50. So our average amount is that 41,000 under this specific.
So you're saying that $50,000 is the max. So is this the loan we call it under the SBA microloan? Oh, BMO loan. Okay, gotcha.
The micro loan we offer max 50 specifically for minority.
Okay. And is that when you say is specifically for minority or underserved community, are you also saying that the rules of engagements, which is actually more lax compared to the traditional BMO loans?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we made this program specifically for minorities, and one of the things that we have identified in the minority community is a lot of times they're not quite at the same level of readiness when it comes to seeking access to capital. So we did create different barriers to allow for persons that not qualify under conventional to increase the likelihood that they would be approved under this program.
And in year 2021, you say there were 8 women in business got the $10,000 grant program. Do you?
2020, we've done it already twice. The program opened back in October. So in October, we will be doing our third round.
And in the third round, how many grants will be granted, and is each grant going to be $10,000 again?
We are expanding into the Bank of the West area, so we're going from 8 to 22 states, but it should be 10,000 again. Will there be more? I'm not sure, but in the past it has always been eight winners, or 8 winners.
And this application will be found in BMO website in October.
We send invitations out or that have added themselves to our we kind of like our updates about the program. So they're on our mailing list, and by mailing I mean emailing list. So we send it out the invitation for any person who's in there. Go ahead and apply.
And how do you put your name into the mailing list?
One of the ways is that emailing at Zero Barriers Business BMO.com. Email there, and we can add them to our list.
So zero barrier zero barrier
Business BMO.com.
to business.
Page of slide.
Last page of the slide. Cindy, could you turn to the last page of the slide?
Where it says let's connect.
Let's connect.
No, that's the end of the page.
Tower.
Let's connect. Okay, Zero Barriers Business at BMO.com.
Correct.
Okay, if the audience wants to have this loan application in October, is Zero Barrier Business at BMO.com. Register your email so they will send out the application. Anything else from the audience? Anything from me?
No, I don't
Another
have
question.
anything, but thank you.
Yeah. And another question for you is that you say you'll be working with non-profit with profit organization or non-profit organization to promote your loans. Would that be a possibility, like from the Wisconsin Chinese Chamber of Commerce? We can help you guys to help our own clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your members, get access to the resources and kind of the education that BMO is able to provide. And the same for our members, that they get access potentially the resources that you provided the trainings to.
Would it be possible we be the CDFI in helping you guys and maybe get a prime plus 2%?
Sorry, go ahead, say that again. I think
Is that possible that the Wisconsin Chinese Chamber of Commerce can be a tool for BMO and outreach to our members, and we somehow help you to process a loan and get a certain percentage of the loan?
Actually, yes, we don't.
Okay, so has what you're saying that we can only give the resources to our members and the education so we can tap into the resources of BMO.
We have a plethora of different financial literacy education that we provide, and we will volunteer our time as well as provide our resources to do it like a joint event where we can do financial literacy education for your clients and so forth. Our goal is that that helps bring awareness what you as a Chinese chamber is offering to our customers, and then for your customers to gain access, and customers members, right? Because you guys call them members. Your members getting access to the free resources and the volunteerism that BMO has to offer.
Okay.
With respect to the lending, if the Chinese chamber has their own lending, then you do your lending, and we potentially send customers your way. Or if you have customers that would like to take advantage of our lending, they would come to BMO to apply. But getting a percentage, yeah, that's not something that we do.
Would you be interested if you can come into the Wisconsin Chinese Chamber of Chamber headquarters to give a roundtable with potential members who wants to apply for the grant or apply for your BMO microloans?
That might come in and discussion
Okay.
where BMO is just a suite of product, and then if customers wanted to apply, they you know what I mean, they would with a local branch to be able to do that.
Okay.
I don't know. So we're recording, we should like yourself.
Okay. Is there any other questions out there?
No, I don't see any questions there.
Okay, so thank you, Denise. So I'll be sending you an email too for BMO to join us as a member for WCCC. I'll be sending it to you. Could you reply me back the email once you receive it? So the time right now is 12:35 p.m. We will end our webinar. Thanks for everyone to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. So me, you can end the section.
Yeah.